As my husband's health declined, I faced one of the most painful decisions a mother could make. Torn between duty and desperation, I asked my brother if he could adopt my 2 sons, both still minors who were studying in Texas, under his temporary care. Life had become unbearably heavy. Between tending to my husband and struggling with the weight of medical expenses, I thought perhaps my boys could find a better future in America, one that I could no longer promise. It was not an easy thought to bear, but at that time it seemed like the only way forward. "Marino," I whispered to my husband one evening, "get well soon so we can go back to our sons and finally arrange the adoption." 6 months later, by God's grace, he managed to walk again slowly with a cane. His recovery was far from complete, but hope gave us strength. When we finally flew back to Texas, my heart overflowed with emotion. Seeing my sons again after all the pain and trials was the most healing, consoling moment of my life. But God had written a different ending to this chapter. What I thought would be a season of restoration became another lesson in surrender. Unbeknownst to me, my sister-in-law had made an agreement with my brother. She would consent to adopting the boys only if he would marry her in a Christian wedding. When we arrived, they were away in the Philippines preparing for their ceremony. I didn't mind. My heart was content, just being surrounded by family that Christmas. For once I felt peace, joy, and completeness. When they returned, we wasted no time. The lawyer prepared us for the hearing. We rehearsed every answer, every possible question. Everything was in order. But on the day of the court hearing, in a moment that dumbfounded everyone, the judge asked my sister-in-law if she was willing to adopt the 2 boys. She paused briefly, then with a cold, distinct tone said, "No." It was as if time froze in that courtroom. The judge looked stunned, the lawyer speechless, and I felt the ground beneath me crumble. That single word shattered all our plans, all our prayers, all our expectations. Humiliation and rage rose within me. I could not comprehend what had just happened. This was not what we agreed upon. This was betrayal. I left the courtroom trembling, embarrassed and furious. My brother, waiting in the car, was equally devastated. "She doesn't deserve to be my wife," he said angrily. "She blackmailed me into marrying her, and now she broke her promise. I'll divorce her." Those words struck me like lightning. Divorce. My heart ached, not just for him, but for all our families who would be wounded in the aftermath. In that moment of chaos, a quiet voice spoke to my spirit. "Do not let this destroy your family." I took a deep breath and said gently, "Brother, I cannot allow my family to break yours. If my sons and your children meet someday, I don't want them to carry the weight of our decisions. We will go home. We will go back to the Philippines." The ride home was silent, heavy with disappointment. Yet somehow beneath the hurt, there was also surrender. A few days later, my brother, still eager to help, said, "Ate, maybe you can work at that Filipino restaurant we frequent. They might need your help, and I can cover the expenses for your work visa." For a moment, a flicker of hope returned. Maybe this was God's new plan. The lawyer filed our papers, and soon enough approval came through. Everything seemed to fall into place. But when we returned to Manila to have the visa stamped, reality shifted again. During the embassy interview, the consul noticed my husband's wheelchair and asked questions about his condition and why my children had overstayed in the U.S. After reviewing the documents, he said, "We can give you a work visa, but you cannot bring your family." My heart sank to others. That might have been good news, but for me it was impossible. How could I leave my sick husband and 2 young sons behind? I composed myself and softly replied, "Thank you for your decision, sir. But I cannot go without my family." Our visitors' visas were revoked, and just like that, another chapter closed. It was final. God's answer was clear. For the second time, he closed the door to America gently, but unmistakably. I sat quietly in prayer, overwhelmed but enlightened. "Lord," I whispered, "am I too stubborn to understand what you are telling me? You've shown me before, through the sickness of my youngest son, and now again, through rejection. Perhaps you never meant for us to live in the USA." I could no longer be angry, neither at my brother, who tried his best to help and spent a considerable amount, just to make things work out, nor at my sister-in-law, who might have been an instrument of God's will for us not to go forward with the plan, nor even at myself for trying to shape life my own way. Though it was not entirely a rejection, I had made a decision not to leave my family while my husband was still recovering from illness, and my minor children could not be left alone to care for their father. In the silence of my reflection, I saw it clearly. Every obstacle, every no, every heartbreak was not a punishment, but divine redirection. God was not denying me. He was guiding me. He blocked every other path until only one remained, the path home. There in the quiet surrender of my heart, I heard him again. "My child, you are exactly where I need you to be." Though most of my family lived in America, God wanted me to stay to love my homeland, to serve him there, and to learn contentment in his will. I no longer questioned his ways. I began to thank him for the detours, for the delays, and even for the disappointments, for they all led me closer to him. Truly, I have learned that God's no is not rejection, it is protection. It means another purpose for my life where I am. His silence is not absence, it is preparation. And his redirection is not loss, it is love. I thought I was losing everything, but in truth I was being found by God. This was my 7th encounter with the divine, not in miracles or visions, but in the quiet unfolding of his will. And in that sacred surrender, I finally understood what it means to rest in his perfect plan.